Hey there, it's April with Dreamboat Vacation. How are you? Okay, I did a video on passports on Facebook, but I couldn't get it to upload to YouTube, so I'm going to try it again. All right, let's talk about passports. Do you need a passport if you are cruising to and from the United States when you're a United States citizen? No. However, I highly suggest it, and I'll tell you why. You get out and about on one of the islands, say you're in Mr. Sancho's in Cozumel, and you are enjoying the all you can drink day. Let's just end it at that. You do that and you have a little bit too much, you don't make it back to the ship in time, and the ship leaves without you. You are out and about, you're riding horses on the beach someplace on one of the other excursions, the horse throws you, you get kicked, whatever the situation may be, you get hurt, you end up in the hospital, the ship leaves without you. It's not going to wait on you. Regardless of the situation, it is not going to wait on you. You want to be really stupid and go out and get arrested and you're sitting in jail someplace in Havana, Cuba, the ship is not going to wait for you. Your best way to get back to the United States is with a passport book. Not the card. The passport card is good for travel with Mexico, United States, and Canada. That's it. It is good for ground transportation only. Last I checked, they do not have a bridge from Havana, Cuba to Florida. So, you may want to consider getting a passport book. It's really not that much more expensive, but it is going to be much more beneficial if, in fact, something were to happen or a situation arises. In order to get a passport, you have to have a birth certificate. You cannot use the birth certificate that you got from the hospital the day you were born, has your little footprints on it. That is more for your commemorative reasons. That is basically for memories. Yeah, you have it framed, you have it on the wall, you say you have a birth certificate, but it has your footprints on it, it came from the hospital the day you were born, or your kids were born or whatever. That is basically more for your display than anything else. It's not going to fly whenever you try to get a passport. Pardon the pun, it's not going to fly. What you need to do is you need to go to your State Department. Ours is located not that far from here, and the representative there can help you get a birth certificate, and it has to have your parents' names on it. They haven't started doing that until just a few years ago, where they actually put your parents' names on your birth certificate. The birth certificate that you need to get from them will have the state notary seal, and you will need to get that from them. It cost me $20 to get one. The year I was born, they didn't put parents. Oh, my eyes at you. They didn't put parents' names on it, so I really didn't know who I belonged to. That's not true. I look just like my mom, thank goodness. But anyway, you need to go to your State Department and get, or your state representative's office, whatever, and get the passport or your birth certificate. It will have your parents' names on it. You need to make sure you tell them you need it for cruising. You need it to get a passport. Be specific. Let them know you need it for a passport so that you will get the right birth certificate. Otherwise, you might just get one that doesn't have your parents' names on it, and you just wasted $20. Get the birth certificate. I keep saying passport. Get the birth certificate that has your parents' names on it. It's like I said, it cost me $20. I think I had to do it either check or cash. I think no, check or money order. Nonetheless, tell them you need it for cruising or that you need it for a passport. Once you get that, it takes a couple of weeks. Once you get that, take that to wherever it is you're going to get a passport. I did ours at the local post office. They took our picture, they did everything. They sent the birth certificate in with all the information as well as my check. And within probably 3 or 4 weeks, I had my passport. Now, 2018 is going to start off. There's a whole slew of people that got their passports right after 2011. Because, shortly after that, then Canada and Mexico required an actual passport, not just a birth certificate, to get across the border. So a lot of those people, especially ones that had kids, it's time to renew them. So there's a whole bunch of people that are trying to get passports right now, especially with the airlines saying that they are going to soon require more than just a driver's license as an identification to fly. Get your passport. It's going to take about 6 weeks. Think ahead, or plan ahead, I guess I should say. Get it, and you send it in, and they will send you your birth certificate back, so you will have that back. It's not like you pay $20 to get it and you're not going to have it to keep it. you are going to get that back. It will come in a separate envelope than your passport. Your passport will not come in the same envelope as your birth certificate. They're going to be in two separate things. You get a bunch of other paper stuff with your passport. Honestly, I kind of glanced over it, tossed it, and put my passport in a firebox. Adults 16 and over, passports are good for 10 years, just like the passport cards. Kids up to the age of 16, passports are good for 5 years, just like the passport cards. And after the age of 16, when you reapply for the passport, it will be good for 10 years. Kids change their looks so much over when they're growing up that they need one with a more current photo, so that they're only good for 5 years. So that's the deal on passports. I'm a U.S. citizen. I don't need one to cruise. I'm leaving from and coming back to the United States, Miami more specifically. I did Miami in April, and I'll be doing Miami again in November. So I don't need it, but I have it just in case. I'm not going to go out and get stupid and get arrested, not for something I've done anyway. Maybe for something I'm innocent of, I don't know. But, and I'm certainly not going to drink so much that I'm not going to make it back to the ship on time. So once you get your passport, put it in a safe place, hang on to it. There is an app. I know the iOS store or the App Store has an app. I think it's called, okay, don't quote me on this. In the meantime, take a picture of your passport, put it on your phone. Make copies of your passport. You can keep make a couple copies actually. Give one copy to a trusted friend or family member when you travel. If something were to happen and you do not have your passport and you're on one of the islands, if you were to go to the consulate, they can get someone at home to fax you a copy so that you have all the information you need. I'm OCD about it, so I made like several copies. I put one in my check bag, one in my carry-on bag. Always keep a copy of your passport in your carry-on bag, because when you have it with you, then you'll have a copy of your passport just in case the original does get lost. I kept the original on me. There were a couple of instances where my son had to actually physically hand them his. I couldn't hand it to him for him. He actually had to hand them his own passport. So I left him hold on to his. He was almost 12, so it was no big deal. I left him hold on to his whenever we were going in and out of some of those places. I think airports, things like that. He had to give him a passport. So, but I made a copy for my carry-on bag. I also put a copy in my check bag. I had my passport book on me. I had a picture of my passport on my phone. I also have an app on my iPhone. It's called Mobile Pass. You download it. I'm guessing the store, the Android, whatever the Android store is called. I'm guessing they have something that's very similar, because one's not going to outdo the other. You know how it is. But you download this app, you put the information in. All of my information is in that app. But again, just to be safe, I took a picture of it so that I had a hard copy, photocopy of my driver's license in my phone with me all the time. But nonetheless, it takes about 6 weeks, so get your passport. You're good to go. Have a great day. Hey, if it's helpful, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel. And visit mydreamboatvacation.com to help me book your next cruise. Have a great day.